Hi, my name's Emma Wright. I am 18 years old and I am applying for the one-year foundation course at GSA. This is You've Got Possibilities, music by Charles Strauss and lyrics by Lee Adams.
Haircut, simply terrible. Necktie, the worst. Bearing, just unbearable. What to tackle first? Still you've got possibilities, though you're terribly square. You've got possibilities underneath. There's something there. Baby, you're improvable. It won't take long. Mountains can be movable if the spirit's strong. Yes, you've got possibilities. Takes a woman to tell. You've got possibilities. Let me pry you from your shell. You won't be shy when I get through. Come on and roar. You tiger, you. Somewhere way down deep in you there's life, no doubt. It's just been asleep and you let me bring it out. You've got possibilities, maybe even a lot. Red hot possibilities you don't even know you've got.
This is Home, music by Alan Menken and lyrics by Tim Rice.
Is this home? Is this what I must learn to believe in? Try to find something good in this tragic place. Just in case I should stay here forever, held in this empty space. Oh, but that won't be easy. I know the reason why. My heart's far, far away. Home's a lie. What I'd give to return to that life that I knew lately, and to think I complained of that dull provincial town. Is this home? Am I here for a day or forever? Shut away from the world until who knows when. Oh, but then, as my life has been altered once, it can change again. Build higher walls around me, change every lock and key. Nothing lasts, nothing holds all of me. My heart's far, far away, home and free.
This is How Deep is the Ocean, music and lyrics by Irving Berlin.
How much do I love you? I'll tell you no lie. How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky? How many times a day do I think of you? How many roses are sprinkled with dew? How far would I travel to be where you are? How far is the journey from here to a star? And if I ever lost you, how
is Brighton Beach Memoirs by Neil Simon.
When I was 6 or 7, he always used to bring home a little surprise, like a Hershey or a top. He'd tell me to go get it from his coat pocket. So I'd run to the closet and put my hand in there, and it felt as big as a tent. I wanted to just crawl in there and fall asleep. It was always filled with such terrific things like juicy fruit gum or spearmint lifesavers and movie ticket stubs and crumpled pieces of tobacco and cellophane and pennies and nickels and rubber bands and paper clips and his gray suede gloves he wore in the wintertime. Then one day I went to see his coat in Mom's closet and put my hand in the pocket, and everything was gone. It had been emptied, dry cleaned, and it felt cold. And that's when I knew he was really dead. God, I wish we had a place for you, me and Mom. I hate being a boarder. Listen, let's make a pact. The first one to save up enough money buys a home for you, me, and Mom. That means every penny we get from now on, we have to save. No more lipstick or magazines or chewing gum, nothing. Is it a pact?
My comedic monologue is Whiskey by Terrence McNally.
It's not a very pretty story. I grew up right here in Houston. I was pretty, I was national champion baton twirler, and I only dated football players. Sound familiar? The typical American girl. The first boy I went all the way with was Bobby Barden. Bobby was state champion high school quarterback, and since I was a champion too, only a national one, it seemed pretty natural that we should get together. It happened in the backseat of his daddy's Ford Fairlane on our 11th date. They were two-toned with the chrome trim that made kind of a dip along the door. Anyways, I really enjoyed it, and Bobby did too, so I started going all the way with him on every date we had. Then one day after school, during football practice, Bobby was tackled, but he didn't get up. I mean, he was dead. So I started dating his best friend, Terry Walsh, who played right guard and who was the one that accidentally killed Bobby when he tackled him in football practice that time. Terry drove a sports car, a reptile green MG, so he had to spread blankets on the ground first. Terry was killed in the game with Lubbock in the state quarterfinals down in Austin. Spontaneous concussion. My senior year at Sunset, I started dating and going all the way with Tiny Walker, who was real good friends with both Bobby and Terry. Tiny drove a blood red, chopped down Plymouth Fury with dual carburetors and 2 front seats that would lay flat like a dentist's chair. Tiny was small, but powerful and had been tackled by many bruisers, a whole lot bigger than the linebacker from Sweetwater. But when Tiny died like that, I stopped dating football players. I felt like I was a jinx on them, you know what I mean? And I heard what people were saying about me behind my back. I stopped twirling, started to drink, got to hate Houston so much I ran away to join in show business. Now I sleep around a lot, but only with musicians. They don't die on you like football players do. Well, I told you it wasn't a very pretty story.
musical theater program at GSA in 2009 over the summer, and that's when I realized that I really wanted to study musical theater at GSA. From that experience, I worked with, amazing teachers and students, and that's when I realized that I would be challenged and it would be an intensive program, but a very rewarding experience. I want to study the foundation course at GSA because I know it will give me all the tools necessary in order to succeed at college auditions for 3-year programs. And not only that, I know it will help me in the entirety of my career as an actress.